Real-life superheroes who failed to save the world. Admit it, sometime in your life you dreamed of becoming a superhero, at least for one day, to make good things for people, like good guys in the big screen. However, you can't actually change the world without superpowers. Just like the people from today's selection, who decided to make comic books a reality, but it didn't come out as expected. But before we start, you can save the day by giving us a like and subscribing to the channel. Now let's get it on! This street superhero can be admired for his suit alone. This is Captain Mangano, and he seems to be the most prepared vigilant of all. The hero used to work in the Buenos Aires police, but his license was taken away due to staff changes. The incident seemed so unfair to him that he decided to help the city in his own way. He chose the superhero costume for a reason. As he puts it, if he offered help in ordinary clothes, people would turn away from him or mistake him for a madman. The hero's main goal is to keep order on the streets. In addition, Mangano enjoys playing with kids, taking pictures, removing garbage, helping the elderly and those in need. The vehicle allows him to keep up with criminals during a chase, although that hasn't happened yet. We all have to agree that a superhero on a bike is way cooler. Mangano doesn't say what his shield is made of, but he affirms it's not an ordinary material. It could even handle gunshots during an emergency situation. Our next hero is Phoenix Jones, a social activist who wears a cool suit and is famous throughout Seattle. Everything started in 2011 when a friend of his was beaten in a bar. Several people watched the crime, but no one helped the poor guy, not even the police. After that, Jones decided that he would become justice in the city. And turns out, he was not alone. Jones and several comic book fans began patrolling dangerous areas of Seattle at night. Most of the time the squad had to call the cops, but sometimes Jones had to intervene. Overall, the hero prevented car thefts, broke up fights and scared robbers away several times. In addition to his unusual job, Jones practices MMA and honestly looks quite intimidating. You definitely wouldn't want to commit any theft in front of this guy. Some locals even call him Black Panther. Besides the group of volunteers, superheroes give food to the homeless, search for missing people, and actively helps Seattle residents. But in superhero life, not everything is perfect. In 2020, Jones was accused for use of prohibited substances. It seems that sometimes even superheroes go to the dark side. If you think only men can become superhero in real life, Purple Rain is going to prove you wrong. This is a girlfriend of Phoenix Jones, and together they were part of the Seattle Vigilant team called Rain City. Purple Rain fights domestic violence and helps girls to learn how to stand up for themselves. To compensate for the lack of superpower, they go to the streets of Seattle fully armed, with gas canisters, stun guns, batons, and even body armor. Do not underestimate them. The heroes really save people from mortal danger several times. Different from Phoenix, Purple Rain is still fighting domestic violence and crime on the streets of the city. She cooperates with several foundations and non-profit organizations, helps to raise the money, and launches campaigns. However, her real name and origin are still unknown, but her contribution for the well-being of Seattle is invaluable. Perhaps in the future, such heroes will receive real recognition in society. This is Roger Hayhurst, an ordinary gardener from the suburbs of Manchester who lives with his mother and lives an ordinary life. But when the night falls, he turns into a night warrior. Perhaps he doesn't look like one. The warrior patrols the street of the city every day wearing his suits. He breaks up fights and prevents crimes. Of course, when it gets too dangerous, he simply calls the police. Everything started in 2011 when he was only 19 years old. He did it every day from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Inspired by superhero movies, he suddenly realized that he could help people even without unique skills. In 2012, Roger met a night maiden who became his constant partner and girlfriend. Unfortunately, the brave hero retired in 2013 due to an incident when the warrior and his partner were beaten by local hooligans. Roger realized that he became too popular patrolling the streets of Manchester, and that was no longer safe for him. After all, seems like superheroes are a little different from what we imagined them to be. We bet this is the first time you see a real superhero actually move a car with bare hands. Meet Pia Tonito, an activist who fights for safety of pedestrians on the streets of Mexico City. He is the only superhero from our list who regularly appeared on camera since 2013. The Mexican politics scientist and urbanist Jorge Cañas hides under the painted mask of a wrestler and the black and white striped costume. According to Jorge, when he created an alter ego, people began to listen to him and change their behavior on the spot. This is a big achievement for Mexico City, a city with a very high crime rate and mainly ill-mannered drivers. Sometimes Jorge moves the scooters parked improperly with his own hands. He stops cars and gets into heated arguments with the drivers, but his costume is more alarming than anything for violators. Though these situations don't stop the hero from doing what he does. On the contrary, seeing this hero on the streets of Mexico City make residents feel his support and get motivated to go for walks. The superhero loves what he's doing and even managed to save at least a couple of lives during his patrols. Seems like this guardian of order should be in every intersection of big cities to catch especially reckless drivers. Hey friend, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.